My name is Don Quinn, and I live in Horseheads on Gardner Road, and I've been a citizen of Chemung County for 84 years. That's a pretty good length of time. I have many concerns, but one of my main concerns is why do we have to, the Chemung County that is, why do the people of Chemung County have to solve the problems of Pennsylvania? I think I know that it's motivated by the revenue that this material generates. Most of the people, and I'm not trying to pin anyone down or criticize anyone, most of the people making the important decisions to allow certain things to happen, they're detrimental to our lifestyle and our futures and our children's futures. I don't have much future left, but I'm thinking of my children and your children and their children and so on and so forth. I worked at Westinghouse in Horseheads most of my life, 36 years in engineering. An awful lot of that time I was in advanced product development. And during that period of time, I have worked with most of all the materials that we're concerned with here, radioactive materials, radium, thorium, beryllium, all kinds of things. You have no idea the potential danger that some of these materials have. And these radioactive materials all have what they call half-lives. And that means, simplistically, they lose their strength over a period of time, they break down and decay into other products. But for them to lose half their strength, sometimes it takes thousands of years before they lose half their strength, and then another 1,000 years before it's half of that, and so on and so forth, until they're down to inert material. And the material that's going into the ground, it doesn't go away, but it does travel. And by putting it in the ground into the Chemung Valley, which is principally, well, I won't say principally, but very much of Chemung Valley is gravel, hard gravelly loam, and so on and so forth. Very well drained soils, which we're fortunate to have. It brings us all our water. And that water, that aquifer, is like an underground river, and the one that we live over and from goes generally from north to south. The people on the north side are pretty comfortable, no concern, but the people south of any contaminants do have a problem. And when I say south, the wall of water that is in this system, it's a very large system, winds up in Chesapeake Bay. And that means everything south of Elmira, and laterally included, will wind up there eventually. And as far as these dams and barriers that are put in the ground, sounds great, but it's like the finish on a car. It doesn't last forever. And all of these, without exception, all of these dams and barriers that are put in the ground will fail. It's only a matter of time. We don't know when they'll fail, and they won't all go at once. It'll be a gradual destruction of these barriers. No one knows what the conditions will be like contamination-wise 50 years from now or 100 years from now, and we just have to wait and see. But by that time, it's too late. Lives will be lost, our living conditions will expire, and it's just too late to do anything about it. We've ruined the area. And it's mainly because we're driven by monetary situation. The fact that we're getting paid so many dollars per ton for all this garbage, and it is garbage. It's worse than garbage. And it seems though, and I don't want to be too critical of the people making decisions, because it's impossible from where I stand to understand the impact and understand the magnitude of the situation that we're involved with. That gentleman had a pack of information. That's probably partial information. There's a lot more that's not in that pile. And it's impossible for any individual to read that material and then understand that material. It's just impossible. Our minds aren't capable of handling that material. That's why it takes so many people to have a society. So what I'm saying is, please pay attention to what you're allowing to happen, and don't be embarrassed if you don't understand, because most of us don't understand the complete picture. And I thank you for the opportunity for venting to the degree that I have. Thank
you. Is there anyone else in the first row on the right side? Anyone in the second row? Third row?